it like fire, and they only F you. Oh, perceived as a fool, perceive right through all the things that they do. Play it like it's cool, like the ice on these jewels. Really hit it like fire, they only F you. Oh, perceived as a fool, perceive right through all the things that they do. Play it like it's cool, like the ice on these jewels. Really hit it like fire, and they only F you.
Thank you for coming to my channel. Please subscribe, turn your bell on, like, share. Make sure you comment. We're going to have story time today. Brief little story. I'm going to tell you about a side effect story. This was actually requested. I did one on Ambien and my side effects from Ambien. And someone began to, talk about just, the side effects of medicine. And so they wanted me to go ahead and do what I went through taking Zoloft for depression. Okay? So that's what we're going to talk about. You can subscribe and turn your bell on. I have reactions. They ain't all that. They just, but I'm working on them. Want to get good at it. And I have reviews and more. But come back for more. Just turn your bell on. Turn it on anyways. Just ring that motherfucker. Freedom ring. Let freedom ring. Ring it. Ring that bell. But anyways, seriously, let's get to the story. So, when I was younger, I was a single mom. I was what? I was in my early 19, 20, 21, somewhere up in there. I don't know. I was prescribed several medications. I was dealing with depression. I don't really feel like discussing all of this, but I actually have post-traumatic stress disorder from some traumatic situations in my youth. And there was also a little bit of OCD. And at one time, the OCD was really, really, really bad. But either way, I was prescribed something for sleep, which was Ambien. Check out my Ambien story, because I also had a side effect from Ambien. I was prescribed Ativan for anxiety. That's another story as well. Got a story for that too. But Zoloft. And because it's kind of hard to say, but I'm almost certain it was the Zoloft because it does have, now they have the warnings and stuff that tell you, that Zoloft can cause you certain things to happen. But you don't really. I'm just gonna be honest. A lot of times you don't pay that stuff no attention when it's like, oh, you may grow a dick. You may start gambling. I mean, I've seen some of the strangest side effects listed for medications, but yet you still prescribe them. They have one that you may start stealing. You may start gambling, and I'm like, wow, the medication making you do all that. But it's not surprising now that I'm 40 years old. So now that I'm 40, it's not so surprising that these medications can make you have such side effects. I mean, it's a manipulation of your mind and your brain and your body. Pharmaceuticals comes from what the word pharmakia and all that's like witchcraft. I mean, I don't know. Medications ain't that good for you, but I'm not your doctor and I'm not you. So whatever you do, that's your business. Okay? But I was on that Zoloft, and I'm going to tell you what happened to me. I never really felt happy or no shit like that. And excuse me for cursing. I apologize, you guys. Okay. I never felt happy on it. And okay, I'm sure that nobody does. Okay. It's not this magic pill. Okay. Did I feel less depressed? Hell no. Did I feel more depressed? Hell yeah. Did it fix or help anything? Hell no. What took place was one day my raggedy deadbeat dad children's father, he was in there making a mess of some chicken. I remember he was cooking some chicken. But I just remember sitting there minding my own damn business. I wasn't bothering nobody. And the next thing you know is this voice, swear, in my head. And the voice says, and it was this total different voice. It wasn't even like my voice or the voice of God or nothing. It was like this whole different voice, man. And it said so nasty and so meanly, just so. It was a very angry, ugly little man, masculine type voice, and it's like, kill yourself, bitch. You ain't shit. I'm like, it didn't scare me at all, but what it did, that shit hurt my feelings. And it really did. I really somewhat wanted to just go ahead and kill myself. But I'm like saying to myself, this is crazy. But it was just crazy that I knew that it was the medication. I knew that, and I thank God that I knew that, and I thank God that I was strong and whatnot. But at the same time, it still bothered me that even with the medication, that something would say something like that to me. You know what I'm saying? That's very mean. And I already have low self-esteem and don't feel worthy and don't feel, you know what I'm saying, a certain way. So that was very hurtful. And but yeah, if you read up on Zoloft, it actually gives people suicidal tendencies. That's one of the things. And Zoloft also not only gives you the suicidal tendencies, it can make you maybe hear the voices. And so I guess altogether it's like a bad drug. I don't give a damn if you taking it, then that's on you. But I don't want them to come and kill me either, like the makers of Zoloft or nothing like that, because I do believe stuff like that do happen too. Like if you speak out on things, you know what I mean? People don't want you to live because they don't want you to speak out on stuff. But I mean, it's got to be a vicious drug because they know that it can cause you to have suicidal tendencies. They know that it can make you hear things or whatever, whatever. But I feel like it's like the spirit of death is a horrible drug because obviously it made me hear the voice, but it also made the voice tell me to kill myself and that I was just nothing, that I wasn't shit. So yeah, and I don't care, I hope I'm not judged by this or anything like that. And I really kind of hate sometimes. I used to like to tell all my business and, I'm so real. But it's sometimes bad to tell your business. Sometimes it's not a good idea, people use stuff against you instead of getting what they need out of it or whatever it is. But anyways, you know, we're going to talk more about depression and stuff on here. We're going to talk more about suicide and stuff like that because I did try to kill myself before and I have been suicidal and, I've seen other people deal with that. But we also want to make sure that just, we're going to try to talk about some natural ways to kind of help with that stuff. Because I like doing videos like that too. But either way, try to watch some of my other videos. Help me get caught up on my watch time because I don't know. I thought I had it figured out, but YouTube's doing a little something, something. I thought I had it figured out and I was on their side, but now I'm not so sure. But anyways, I love you guys. Come back, subscribe, turn your channel on. Turn your bell on. Have a good one. I talk too much down. If I talk too much down below, tell me I talk too much.